Elon Musk is attempting to transform transportation on Earth and in space with his electric motor company Tesla and his rocket company SpaceX. This could not be possible without his employees at both companies. What do they have to say about him? Do they think he is a good leader? Let's find out. Elon Musk, the richest man globally, is a complex person. He is the creator of SpaceX and the Boring Company, as well as a Tesla CEO, a Neuralink co-founder, and a PayPal co-founder. As if that weren't enough, Musk is also the chairman of Solar City, established by his cousins Lyndon and Peter Reeve. He was dubbed the most inspiring leader in the IT sector this year, but he's also dropped out of Glassdoor's top 100 CEOs list, which is based on employee feedback. Individuals who worked with Musk have provided Business Insider and other media equally conflicting views, claiming that Musk is intelligent and volatile. 9 former Tesla staff who worked with Musk or had repeated interactions with him gave their thoughts on him. 8 people asked to remain anonymous for fear of retaliation from the electric car manufacturer. Here's what they had to say. Some of his co-workers were terrified of him. People were afraid to tell Musk they disagreed, according to 2 former senior-level employees. Because of the pressure that he puts on his entire executive team, his senior leadership team, even if they have the experience, they wouldn't dare speak up against him, one of the former employees said. Last year, a former manager who spoke with Musk on several occasions said he felt that Musk never learned his name, which he appreciated, since when someone's name was spoken for the first time on a conference call, that individual would typically quit the firm soon after. He's a brilliant individual. Several workers who worked with Musk or interacted with him remarked on his intellect. He's highly intelligent. He's already 10 steps ahead of you, a former manager said. You have to think 10 times more audacious than he does to be able to be successful. Musk would not hesitate to put your concept into action if he liked it, the former manager claimed. He improves the performance of his staff. When a former senior employee disagreed with Musk 90% of the time, he eventually realized Musk was correct. I feel like I'm 10 times smarter now than when I first joined, he said. He's a big fan of social media. Musk, according to 2 former senior-level staff, would shift a team's goals if a customer's social media post grabbed his notice. What ultimately triggers him to act and make a decision is what he reads on social media, one of the former employees said. When you're in a business meeting with him, he will pivot the direction of the organization literally overnight. So manufacturing could be a problem today, and as soon as it stops being reported on social media, as soon as it stops being reported in the news, then he'll move on to whatever the news is claiming the new problem is. He didn't generally give senior executives a lot of power. Musk, according to 3 former top-level employees, did not give his top management team much decision-making authority. I think the level of autonomy that folks tend to have is nearly zero, one of the former employees said. There was only one decision maker at Tesla, and it's Elon Musk, another former employee said. He has very high expectations from his employees. Musk has high standards, according to a former production engineer, which might cause him to reject someone's work and instruct them to start again. According to the former Tesla engineer, Musk occasionally carried that desire too far, which raised the costs and hindered efficiency. Still, the quality of Tesla's automobiles is a tribute to Musk's perfectionism. Tesla is an engineer's paradise where the pencil is literally never down, the former Tesla engineer said. He has the need to create unreasonable goals. A former manager said Musk would every so often set unrealistic stretch targets without a realistic plan to achieve them. It's a culture in which if you don't have a solution to a problem and you don't have that problem resolved within a few days or a week or 2, you're gone, the former manager said. So it's better to keep your mouth shut. Musk has a history of making public projections about Tesla's business results, autonomous driving technologies, and manufacturing milestones that the firm has failed to meet according to his original schedule. It may be both good and detrimental when he devotes his focus to a project. Musk was adept at eliminating impediments and boosting momentum behind an endeavor, according to a former senior-level employee. But his presence also puts colleagues on edge and may harm in activities outside of his area of expertise. Musk's focus, according to a former employee, is comparable to the Eye of Sauron from The Lord of the Rings. He is a visionary who thinks outside the box. Mitchell Stevens, a former senior manufacturing engineer at Tesla from 2010 to 2012, remarked, "He thought way outside the box." Musk asked Stevens and a group of his employees what they saw when they glanced at a Pepsi can the first time they met, according to Stevens. According to Stevens, Musk said that if the size of the soda can was increased, he envisioned a spacecraft. He's an incredibly energetic person. Musk was enthusiastic, according to a former engineering manager, and his zeal was extremely contagious. Before we continue, make sure you've liked this video, subscribe to Elon Musk Facts, and switch the notifications on for more videos. Elon Musk is regarded as a top CEO by his employees despite the adversity. Winning the approval of his Tesla and SpaceX employees isn't exactly a top priority for CEO Elon Musk. In a recent CBS 60 Minutes interview, he admitted that he's never sought to adhere to any CEO template and instead wants to be himself. His sincerity, though, appears to have paid off handsomely. Musk was the 14th most demanded tech CEO in the United States, according to a new ranking of the best CEOs of 2018, issued by Comparably, a website that ranks firms based on anonymous employee votes. Given his absence from last year's top 50 list and the series of problems that have engulfed Tesla and Musk in the last year, Musk's placement of number 14 is rather astounding. Musk's approval rating was also higher than some of his highly observed tech rivals, including Dara Khosrowshahi of Uber at number 19 and Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook at number 22. But that's not to say Musk's image hasn't suffered due to Tesla's rocky year, even among his employees. Musk's ultimate score was calculated using employee feedback from two companies, Tesla and SpaceX. Musk's high ranking this year was influenced mainly by his evaluations from SpaceX rather than Tesla, which is probably predictable. According to Comparably, SpaceX employees awarded Musk an average score of 83 on a scale of 0 to 100, while Tesla employees gave him a 77. Musk would not have made it to the top 50 list again this year if Tesla ratings were taken into account alone. Elon Musk's leadership is praised by 78% of Tesla and SpaceX employees. Whether the press is reporting his numerous tweets, presence on the Joe Rogan Show, the Tesla Model 3's production hell, dispute with the SEC, Hyperloop technology, or other relevant themes, the coverage skews primarily negative at times. As a result, Blind Dog decided to conduct a poll of 1,400 Tesla and 250 SpaceX workers who are also blind users. "I am confident in Elon Musk's ability to lead the company," was the phrase they utilized. They were given two alternatives to pick from, true or false. Which do you think they went with? 77.82% voted yes, while just 22.18% chose no, despite how much of the bad press around him. There were 284 responders, with 221 good and 63 negative comments. The survey was conducted in 2019. More unfavorable news reports will almost certainly be released despite the confidence exhibited by Tesla and SpaceX workers in this study. However, the success of Tesla, SpaceX, and the Boring Company is due to various elements within those organizations, one of which is staff faith in leadership. Musk has described himself as an introverted engineer who had to train a lot to take center stage and talk to people without stammering. However, the archetype of a successful CEO is a dynamic extrovert. He doesn't meet the traditional expectations of what he's supposed to be, because he isn't as outgoing and softer spoken. This might be one of the causes for some of the duly unfavorable impressions about him. As we saw, Elon Musk seems to be a good boss to his employees at Tesla and SpaceX,